do Kwanzaa. We celebrate every holiday. So we've got the diversity. Besides Hillel doing the reading buddies, we have a program. We make up names. You've got to be good at making up names for your program, trust me. So it's called the Champs Program. So it's Cohen Hillel, you know, with the youngsters, and we hired a bus, and we have the kids go over to Hillel once a week on Wednesdays and get tutored in math, because our MCAS scores are not as high as we want them in math. So they go over and get tutored. The Hillel Academy kids now have graduated, so I have a whole group from Marblehead High School who comes after school, and they do dance. They get the kids ready for the big talent show, and they have dance things going on. So many, a nurse just came that got hired for the school department. She says, I can't believe all the activity that goes on in the school. And I said, well, it's keeping kids busy, but it's keeping their minds busy too, and they have so many activities. And I'm happy to say, I haven't officially announced it yet, one youngster came, she was at Hillel, went to Marblehead High School. She loved tutoring the kids. She just is going to donate $13,000 from her bat mitzvah. And the mother had asked me if she was the young lady who gave every child in the kindergarten hard-covered books. Her and her parents came and passed them out to all 4 kindergartens. That was last year. This year, when she's got the bat mitzvah, the mother said, what can we do for you? And I said, well, our libraries are in crisis now, in jeopardy, so, and the kids at Ford School, due to the parking and all the traffic, we don't get plowed as soon as we could. The kids are landlocked once winter's out. So I said, could you build mini libraries in the classrooms? So what they've done is they bought bookcases, and they're donating 40 books to each room. So when the kids finish their lunches, they have their own private library besides the big library. So they can go in, because like if you wait in the big library, there's 620 of us. They only can go like once a week. This way, they've got library books right in their classroom. So if they want to change and swap, that's it. So partnerships, community school is partnering.
Don't forget the kid from LL that donated raised the money and donated the smartboard microscope.
Yeah, I have to tell you, this is another, when you partnership and you welcome people in, and Lynn is like, it's just, the diversity in Lynn is so good. I mean, there are organizations willing to come into Lynn, you know, and help. And there was another youngster who was Hillel, went through the program, wanted to do something for Ford School, raise money. He spent the summer raising money for the Ford School over in the market. Was it Crosby's Market in Marblehead or something? He raised $2,000. He bought 2 of those special microscopes that fit onto the smart boards. So now, picture it, the kids can go on the smart boards with the microscopes. Anybody who's into science.
Class.
Yeah, the whole class can see it. So you don't need the individual microscopes. We have the microscopes that fit onto the smart board. So, but it's partnership, partnering. Go ahead, Tony.
I was wondering if you could talk about the NASA grant.
Okay, I'm trying to go remember all down the list. We also have a NASA grant, and thanks to NASA, the initial grant was a good sum of money, and we had it for 3 years. I have to announce we're a retired NASA school, but they don't cut you off from all the grant opportunities. So when we first were, they bought a DLN, which is a digital learning network, and it's expensive. So the kids can dial up on the phone. It's like conference calling. Kids dial up on the phone, and we talk to Johnson Space Station. The kids have little white coats. They put the coats on, and they think they're in a laboratory with a scientist, and they do a lesson for them. And you can dial any school in the United States who has that type of equipment and talk to the NASA program. So we go back and forth with Johnson School and all the different ones.
Can you talk about actually how you won that award from the president?
Yeah, which one?
Clinton or Obama?
Oh, okay. No, because not being funny, but we won the Safe and Drug-Free School Award, and we went down to the White House, and we went in the Rose Garden with Bill. Hillary came to the school. Then after that, and when you build a school like this, it's like building blocks, and it keeps getting larger and larger. Like now, all of you know, like, and I'm going to answer in a minute, all of you know, like, we've got the garden, so it just keeps growing. Like this morning, we were down, Stanley was with me to expand into the playground. That's really been a chronic problem in our neighborhood. So, to go back to Stanley's, we basically wrote a grant, and like I said, with the president, and we got selected, and we've been selected for other grants, and you build on them. You know, we're building, you know, always building. I have to say, people in the community, when they see the robotic program, they say, geez, I can buy, the sets are expensive, they cost about $2,500. I can buy you a couple of sets for robotics equipment, because I have a waiting list for the robotics club, so the kids at the school go to the robotics. We went down 3 years in a row to Johnson. We were the first school that got to talk to the satellite. I don't know if any of you followed, but we were the first school who talked to the space station. And I have to share with you, we blew them away, because we're proud of Lynn. You know, Ford School is part of Lynn, so we're proud of it. And GE helped us with the experiment. And we had to ship the experiment down, and we did it, and they went up on the, it's called the CD9, which is, it does 49 revolutions, go down and you experience spacelessness, and we sent down the whole team. The engineers from GE came with us. I was on the flight crew, they were on the flight crew, and we got everything up, and we did that. We got selected 3 years in a row to do the experiments.
Just for people that have never seen the school, the thing that, and I didn't know that history, how you started, the gate parents, that was fascinating. But when you notice is that there's no wall between the school and the neighborhood. There's no, people go in and out all day long. And and also the parents will fight for the school. I mean, the parents are committed. It's their school. It's not the kids' school, and they're supposed to be, you know, in the neighborhood. But it's one that's a completely, it's as though there's no walls.
There's no walls.
And it's, you know it the day you walk into that school, or even into the neighborhood, you see the difference. It's just, it's an uplifting experience just being around there. And by the way, I was mentioning the Ford School at one of my classes at UMass Boston.
Yeah.
And one of the students raised his hand, named Nefty Alvarez, and he goes,
Oh,
I graduated from the Ford School.
That's it. Yeah, I know who
He
you're
was- now
talking
he's
about,
at UMass,
Alvarez.
the GE machinist, getting his college degree, you know, so.
So I have to say, we're proud. We've been keeping track. We're going to have a reunion very shortly of all the graduates. But I can say, almost 3/4 of them now have gone to some type of schooling and going on, because everywhere you go, like you say, and I'll go and I'll say, I'm a Ford kid, I'm a pharmacist. One has a PhD in math, the Taylor boy. Lots of kids have gone on. But if you see the progression of what we've done, is like building their college, and do it in a very different way. And like we're into, Tony knows, we're into the aquaponics. We have one aquaponics tank, now we're on our second one. And it's, the kids can tell you, in the garden, we have an organic garden out front. If you've been anybody that wants to, they won 13 ribbons, first, second, and third prizes in the Topsfield Fair. Not bad for urban kids on Hot Top.